Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we're going to be decorating the kitchen and dining room for Christmas. I am so excited to see just how everything turned out. You guys have missed my previous decorate with me, which was the living room. You can actually see a glimpse of this video here, but I will definitely make sure that I link it down in the description box just in case you guys missed it or you haven't seen it. I highly recommend that you guys check this video out so that you can see how everything came together. So as far as the kitchen, I have all of my Christmas decor for the kitchen and dining room spread it out over the entire kitchen table. So we're going to go through all of that. I am going to share with you guys some new things that I actually picked up over the week. And then I'm going to be sharing some things that I'm going to be using that I used in the previous years. But I am so excited. Then we're just gonna dive right into decorating. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So this is pretty much everything I'm going to be using for the kitchen and the dining room. This frame is new. I did pick it up from Amazon, and then I printed out the actual wall art from Etsy. I actually printed this out from Etsy. I'm going to add some Mod Podge to it, but the frame here is actually Petal Lane, and it was only for $10, you guys. Such a steal. I'm not a big fan of crows, so I'm going to remove that and add this. So next are these houses. I picked these up from Target. It do come in a pack of 3. So next is these kitchen towels. It is by the Figment brand. I did get them from Target. I plan on doing like a DIY with these kitchen towels, just adding them to the bottom end here. So I am going to sew them. That way I can add that little Christmas festive charm to them. I do have my beautiful gingerbread glasses. I am going to make a gingerbread coffee in a little bit, so I thought those would be so perfect for just that. I have these rings. I did pick these up from Target. So this bell I actually picked up from Home Goods last year. I didn't end up using it. It is so beautiful. It's actually a candle, so I'm thinking about doing a look with this. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using it in my decor or not. So another new item I picked up is this compostable. I got it from Amazon, but you can also find it on a floral. This is their 8-inch, and I really love the distressed look to this bowl. I do plan on doing an arrangement. I'm going to be using these rustic apricots in gold. I did get these from Amazon last year. I have my wooden tree here that I picked up from Home Goods. I'm going to be using my Walmart reindeer. I did pick those up last year. I never really used Real Touch Norfolk pine before. In my opinion, they look like the Grinch fingers, but I think that they are really pretty. I'm going to use those for the first time. I did get some roses. These I got from Amazon. Some baby breath that I picked up from Michael's, and then these cedar branch stems from Hobby Lobby. I have my cookbook on a stand. Both of those are from Amazon. My tree here is from Hobby Lobby. I just took it from out of the metal pole and put it in this vase here that I actually picked up from Etsy. Roses are from Amazon. The amber vase is from Hobby Lobby. Back here, I just have my cutting board with some rustic bells that I picked up from Amazon. That is pretty much everything I'm going to be using. So let's get to decorating. So the first thing I'm going to do is add some Mod Podge onto this Christmas wall art. I will link my prints that I printed from Etsy down below in the description box, but I'm going to go over the small details. I just love doing the Mod Podge technique for all my wall arts because it really gives my prints that realistic canvas finish. So I'm going to add my rustic woven trivet from Luxby Co. On top of that, I'm going to add my frame wall art. Next to that, I'm going to be adding my vintage European salt and pepper mills that I got from Amazon. And then next to that, I'm going to be adding the ceramic cream LED houses that I picked up from Target. So in this empty space, I'm going to add my oval ornate vintage frame that I picked up from Amazon. The vintage tree print is from Etsy. Next to the sink, I'm going to be adding this amber vase from Hobby Lobby and then these dried cream roses that I picked up from Amazon. I feel like roses this season will definitely add that vintage Victorian charm. So over in the corner, I'm going to be adding my wooden stand from Amazon. This Magnolia cookbook also is from Amazon. So on top of the page, I'm going to be adding my napkin ring wreaths from Target. On top of that, I'm going to be adding some brown velvet ribbon. So for the cutting board, I'm going to be adding these two rustic bells from Amazon. I'm going to be using a zip tie for pretty much all things in today's video. They just hold everything perfectly in place. So onto the bells, I am going to be adding my satin sage ribbon. I'm going to drape a piece on top of the bells. So next to that, I am going to be adding my cedar tree from Hobby Lobby. I did take it out of the metal pot that it do come in, and I'm going to place it in my vase that I picked up from Etsy. So this year I wanted to make my own kitchen towels in a sense of doing like a DIY instead of going out and purchasing a new set. I'm going to sew on these brass gold vintage bells. They really are a good size. These are the 1.5 inch and they do come in a 50 pack. I'm going to be adding 6 to the bottom of each towel. I am going to be using 2 towels in today's video. So last year I did purchase these 2 cedar garland wreaths from Target. I am going to remove the burgundy velvet ribbon and add my own sage silk ribbon from Amazon. I'm going to wrap a piece around the wreath, creating a tail that can hang from my cabinet doors. Then I'm going to be adding a ribbon right on top of that. The coffee station, I definitely wanted to keep simple this year. I'm going to be adding this wooden tree that I got from Home Goods. I added a cedar stem and a brown ribbon at the top of that. And then I'm going to be adding my gingerbread cups on the side of this. I am going to add one here. The other one I am going to make a gingerbread coffee in a second. I'm going to add some gold spoons, stirs into this glass. And then right next to that, I'm going to be adding 2 pine cones. So moving into the dining room space, I'm going to make 2 swags that I am going to hang on top of my wall frames. So I'm going to use 2 cedar stems. I'm going to zip tie them in the middle and drape down this brown velvet bow. I'm going to leave the tail of the zip tie so that it can easily slide behind my wall frames. So for the kitchen table, I'm actually going to drape this cheesecloth. I love my cheesecloth to actually drape on the floor. The more dramatic, the better for me. With some exceptions, I do adjust it so it don't become like a tripping hazard. For this video, it is perfect. So in the middle, I'm going to be adding this 8-inch compote bowl that I picked up from Amazon, but you can also purchase it on a floral for a really great price. To that, I am going to be adding this chicken wire for my actual centerpiece. So I am going for more of a vintage inspired centerpiece. I'm going to first start adding in some roses, the Hobby Lobby cedar picks. I'm going to add in some of these Norfolk pine picks. And I feel like the key to having a very beautiful full arrangement is really just fluffing everything out and moving florals around, adding and taking away stems, just really playing around with it until you get it to where you absolutely love it. So the next thing I'm going to be adding in is some of these baby breath stems that I picked up from Michael's. And the last thing are these pine cone picks from Amazon. So next to that, I'm going to be adding this candlestick holder and LED candle from Amazon to both sides of this arrangement. So next I'm going to be adding this brown plate set that I picked up from Walmart. On top of that, I'm going to be placing these rustic figs on top of each plate. At this point, my house is getting really dark. It's raining outside and storming. It's definitely the perfect weather to actually decorate, but as far as shooting an actual video, the lighting is horrible and I do apologize for that. But for the last space right here next to my room, I do have this little counter space. So I do want to add my 2 reindeers that I did pick up from Walmart last year. I want to add them in this space. I am going to cut a piece of my satin sage ribbon, and I'm going to add a bow to the tallest reindeer. So that is going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me as I decorated the kitchen and the dining room. I absolutely love how everything turned out. It looks so beautiful. I really went with that classic vintage type of look, and I think I did really well. Let me know down in the comment section what was your favorite part that I decorated in today's Decorate With Me. So my favorite part has to be the dining table. I really love the arrangement that I created. But thank you guys so much for coming along with me as I decorate. If you guys have not already, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also hit that subscribe button if you would like to join my YouTube family. Make sure to also hype this video up, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.